Debt without an end. Main idea. Every major country is in debt, yet the global financial system keeps working. So what does that actually mean? Nations borrow money from their own citizens, their own banks, other countries, and even from money created digitally by central banks. Who lends to governments? A large portion of debt is held inside the country that issued it. Citizens buy bonds through pensions and retirement accounts. Central banks create money and buy government bonds. So what does that actually mean? The government borrows from the same people it serves and from money it creates to support its own spending. Foreign buyers. Countries like Japan and China buy U.S. debt to keep their currencies stable and support exports. So what does that actually mean? When the U.S. buys goods, those dollars return to the U.S. in the form of bond purchases, keeping trade flowing. The loop. Debt moves in circles. Citizens save money. Banks invest those savings in government bonds. Government spends borrowed funds on services that benefit citizens. So what does that actually mean? The lenders and the borrowers are often the same group of people. Creating money. Central banks use quantitative easing to create digital money and buy government bonds. So what does that actually mean? Money can be added to the system without physically existing first, especially in emergencies. Rising costs. Interest payments are growing faster than government income. Some nations spend more on interest than on healthcare or education. So what does that actually mean? Debt limits future spending, even if taxes rise. Global impact. Many developing countries now spend a large share of income just to pay interest. So what does that actually mean? Debt traps prevent these nations from improving living standards or building futures. Why the system still works. People need safe places to store retirement savings. Countries rely on bonds to manage money supply. Trade imbalances push nations to purchase debt. So what does that actually mean? Government bonds are essential to keeping the world economy stable. The real risk. The system depends on trust. If confidence fades, borrowing costs rise, and stability can collapse quickly. So what does that actually mean? As long as people believe debt will be repaid, the system works. When belief falters, crisis begins. Final thought. Debt has funded progress, but rising interest and unequal benefits make the system fragile. No country can increase debt forever. So what does that actually mean? The world must eventually adjust, either slowly through discipline or suddenly through crisis.